Check 1 2, check 1 2. Alright, looks like we're good to go there. Our mic seems to be working, everything else seems to be working. Let me make myself a little bit bigger here. Just a sec there. Okay, perfect. Anyway, hey everyone, welcome to welcome to another stream. My name is Ruka, and I wasn't sure what to do for today. I thought about doing a straight up zatsu right before the trip, but I'm kind of like, wait, I've never actually done a straight up zatsu before. It's always with something else. It's either with a hand cam, doing food and stuff, or with Mahjong. It's usually not just a straight up zatsu. If it's a straight up zatsu, it's usually, I guess, kind of like with someone else. Talking with someone else? But that's more like, what would you call that? I don't know. But that's not, that's not like a straight up zatsu though. But today I figured, why not do a straight up zatsu? Not a straight up zatsu with some Mahjong as usual. Just because I can't think of anything else to do. I didn't want to do a game today right before leaving. And if I have to be honest, it feels a little bit... I feel weird right now, because it's been a few days since I streamed, but you know, I mean, we've had this schedule before, Monday, Friday, and then I snuck in Wednesday because I kind of needed an extra day for stuff, and now we're kind of like doing the Monday, Friday thing this week. I did try to get some work done with videos, but I guess I just did not get enough rest and haven't been able to actually work on said videos. I've barely gotten very far on the one I wanted to do, for at least the one I wanted to finish right before the trip. I guess if I look at it right now, it's like barely 20% done, which is honestly not too bad. Not too bad. I really should remind myself not to make these things too complicated, but at the same time, I need to at least be able to watch it after I'm done with it. So I did plan on making 2 videos, but I don't think I'll be able to make the second one, just because I found some stuff I needed to tweak with the script and the research I needed to do for the other video. So it's like, probably won't be able to do that, but hopefully I can get at least one before I leave, so that we'll have something during the time I'm gone. So yeah. But anyway, the plan for today was basically just ramble about whatever and Mahjong as usual. But yeah, I think we're gonna start off with a little bit of ranked. Speaking of ranked, I've actually been doing pretty decent trying to get my rank back. Though I guess the past few games haven't been that great. At least it's not like constant 4th place, which is what's been killing me. Hopefully I can get back to Adept too. So let's get into ranked and warm up a little bit before people file in to fill the rooms up. Oh yeah, guess I should call those guys too. Oh well. Later. But yeah, I've been I wouldn't say I've been that busy this past few days. I've been trying to get some stuff done and trying to see if I forgot to pack anything in particular. I mean, it hasn't been that long since the last trip. It feels like it's been forever, but at the same time it really hasn't, because the last trip was back in October, which is maybe roughly 6 months ago, and I usually don't take trips that often. Maybe like once a year or something like that. So yeah, it's strange to, at least for me personally, to be able to go back so quickly. But at the same time, I need a freaking break. Mentally, I need a freaking break. Just to decompress and try to figure some things out, I guess. Like, there's so many things I'm trying to just figure out if what I want to do in the future. And I think I kind of sort of decided, but I need a little break in between. Or at least I need to take a break just to make sure that's actually what I want to do and stuff like that. But yeah, did some packing, and I think the hardest thing I've found so far in all of my Japan travels is like trying to pack light. Before and during my first trip, I didn't really know what to expect, so I brought like 2 luggages and stuff like that, which for anyone who's been through the Tokyo subway system, or at least the Tokyo train station in particular, it is a pain in the butt to carry 2 luggages, just anywhere in general. That's not packing light. So I wouldn't say I learned my lesson the first time. It probably took a couple of times to convince myself, yeah, you probably don't need this much luggage. And I've been trying to trim down as much as I can, but at the same time, it's like, I'm one of those people who likes to get souvenirs from all the places I've been to. And some of the souvenirs can be small, pretty easy to pack. No reason to bring a big luggage for that. But the souvenirs in Japan, especially if you get the food souvenirs that you find in a lot of different gift shops, train stations, gift shops in all different cities. They are chunky, they are big. They do have small sizes, but it's like, even if you get the smaller sizes, it still takes up a decent amount of luggage space, and you can't buy them all because of that bulkiness. So it's like, because I do like buying souvenirs, I end up having to take at least 2 different types of luggages. Like I said, before I used to carry like 2 rolling wheel luggage. These days, I'm going with like 1 rolling luggage and 1 backpack. The backpack has been actually very, very helpful. And when I say a backpack, I'm not like talking like a regular school backpack. I'm talking like a hiking backpack. There's like several sizes of hiking backpacks. You can get one as big, I think, as a medium luggage, which I do have one of those. I haven't used it yet, so I can't say how effective it is. But I do also have a smaller hiking backpack where I think it's supposed to be good enough for a day or 2, I guess, of hiking. Like, pack your food in there, pack your clothes and equipment. So yeah, that's what I've been using for the past few trips, and that one works pretty well. I'm still struggling with the rolling luggage bit. I used to have like I still do. I shouldn't say I used to. I have a large backpack, not large luggage, that I used to bring with me, and most of the time it's been okay. It doesn't really get too much in the way. I say too much in the way, but it has gotten it's been a little bit hard to navigate with. So I've been trying to convince myself you need to use the smaller medium luggage, and the smaller medium luggage is probably enough if you combine, even if you combine it with the hiking backpack. And you may not get every single souvenir in the world in there, but it should be just enough. Also, it does help not packing too much clothes. I think like 5 to 7 days worth of clothes, depending on how long you're there, is plenty. Actually, is totally plenty. Let's say you're there for 2 weeks, you can get away with at least 5 sets of clothes. And if you don't, even if you don't bring that much, you could buy theoretically all your stuff in Japan. One of our previous guests here on the channel, when we talked to them on the Japan podcast, Japan podcast thing, they said they had to buy some stuff in Japan, and you know what, especially with the exchange rate these days, that is perfectly doable and actually probably not a bad option. You get some pretty decent quality clothes for cheap, and it effectively doubles as a souvenir. So all in all, a win. Don't bring too much. Do not bring too much unless you can't. What do you call it? Unless you can't, like, for some reason. Unless for some reason you can't, like, buy stuff over there. I don't know why. I don't know why. But anyway, should be fine for the most part. Especially, I think these days though. I think I recently saw something online that said the yen has dropped down to about 155 per dollar, which is kind of ridiculous. To put that into perspective, for every $100 you spend over there, I think that's roughly $60. Let me double check. Where's my calculator? How much is the conversion rate? If you spend $100 US, multiply that by 155, you get 15,500 yen, which what does that amount to? What actually does that amount to? 10,000 divided by 1550 by 15,500, 64. Okay, so for every 10,000 yen you spend, it's roughly $64, which is pretty darn good. I remember the times when the yen was closer to about 120-ish, meaning for every dollar you spent, well, how much would that be? For every dollar you spent, that would be about 83 cents, or put it another way, every $100 would be $83, which was not too bad considering, but Japanese prices tend to be pretty inflated for a lot of stuff. Even domestically, I feel like a lot of Japanese prices are kind of high. But now with the exchange rate, even those somewhat high prices are a lot cheaper and more manageable these days, which is good if you're looking for a deal. Japan is good for a deal. Like, before, you really couldn't say that too easily, but Japanese going out to eat in Japan, food and stuff like that was always pretty reasonable even back in the day. Goods, on the other hand, you can't say the same thing. But yeah, these days you can say the same for both of them. And it's crazy how you can say that. But because of that also, I think there's a few things in Japan that have popped up because people are spending more because of that exchange rate, where it's like I think there's this thing called like it's some kind of sushi bowl, or I think they call it like a tourism don or something like that, a tourist don, something along those lines. And it is like 10 times the price of a regular rice bowl, and it's ridiculous. But people buy it. They shouldn't, but people buy it. America, yeah. What is that meme? What is that meme? I've seen it, but I don't know what it is. Supposedly it's an Azumanga thing. Azumanga in 2024? Are you serious? I don't know the response to that, so I'm sorry if I didn't respond, but I don't know. I've never heard of this thing before. Your friends have been using it lately. I don't think it's been a thing until recently, I feel like. Which is the other thing. It hasn't been a thing until recently. But apparently it's like from Azumanga, but I've watched Azumanga way back in the day, and I don't remember anything like that. The closest thing to it would be the cat trying to speak in English. But that was it. Nothing else clicks in my mind. Hello. Merry Christmas. Something like that. Does Wakamoto even do anything these days, now that I'm reminded about that? Which, by the way, Wakamoto, Norio Wakamoto, very famous voice actor back in the day. I don't know these days, though. He probably retired. I feel like he retired. But even if he didn't, yeah, he voiced Chiyo-Chi-Chi, the giant cat in Osaka's Dreams, which I'm pretty sure Osaka was hallucinating for the entire thing, but it's a brain dead series, okay? You don't take Azumanga seriously, though. A lot of people seem to have theory crafted some stuff out of a slice of life anime. Are you serious? I mean, there's some slice of life anime where you can do that in, but I don't think Azumanga is one of them. I really just don't think so. Also, sorry table in ranked. This is East 1-3. I have won 3 times in a row. And someone needs to knock me off of my dealer seat. Otherwise, my domain will keep expanding. I don't know. I've never watched Jujutsu Kaisen, but I feel like I've activated a domain expansion right now. And it's basically the same thing as what Yugi in Yu-Gi-Oh! Has done with his cards. Ore no turn. It's my turn all the time. In which case it's my deal all the time. And for every turn I'm still dealer. I win 50% extra points when I win, as well as I think there's a little bit of extra. I don't remember exactly how the small bonus that comes from being a dealer so many times in a row. I don't remember how that works, but I feel like as soon as I emote, I will lose that dealer streak because it's a sign of me getting cocky. And when I get cocky, it's gonna be like typical Aru. Playing Mahjong Soul right now, but gonna be busy soon. Okay, well, it'd be nice to play with you sometime. But I know it's also morning where you at right now, like around. What is it? What is it over there? 8 in the morning, 9 in the morning. Pretty early. but yeah. Oh, that reminds me. Since I am gonna be going on a trip this next couple of weeks, my time zone's gonna change. I usually don't have an issue with jet lag going over to, like, say, the Pacific. It's coming back. It's coming back that kills me. So this is gonna be interesting to see. Also, I haven't posted any Japan pictures on Twitter for a while now. I used to post Japan pictures on Twitter, and just put them on a schedule, basically, because there's a lot of pictures. I think since maybe last month-ish, or maybe earlier this month, I haven't done that. Got a little bit lazy, but since I'll be going on a trip soon, hopefully there's going to be some more there. And maybe I'll get into a habit of doing it again afterwards. So yeah, keep an eye on that if you want to see some pictures. I'm also gonna try to use Instagram a little bit more. I don't know, Instagram's just this thing that I used to do actually before I got into Twitter. And before I started streaming, I used Instagram a lot more. I do have a personal account with a lot more travel pictures and whatnot, but I'm not using that because real people that I know are on there. So yeah, can't use that. But oh, someone finally broke my streak. But then again, my hand's not great, so I couldn't do anything with it. Okay, well, that ends my streak. Now I have to find a way to keep my points intact until the end of this until the end of this match. Which, if I play this correctly, it should be okay. However, I am known to not pay attention to the discards very well when I'm streaming, so there is also that. I do hope though. Are you serious? If you have 9 terminals, okay, this is a general thing. This is a general thing. If you have 9 terminals in your hand, do not, under any circumstances, call for a redraw. Just go for the memes. Go for the 13 orphans, even though you might not get it. Go for the memes. That's the closest you will ever get. People, seriously. Either they don't know, or they just press the button because it's there. It's one of the two. They press the button because it is there. And that is a little annoying. Let me see. What's your rank? Adept 2. And they've had a pretty bad losing streak, and if this keeps up, there's going to be part of their losing streak too. So, Ganbatte, I was there for a while, and now I'm hopefully getting back into the groove of things. Some people just really have like ridiculous luck, so I don't know how well that's gonna work out. Yeah, no, I'm not quite sure how that's gonna work out. Anyway, I feel like yeah, so I will be. I mean, I did hint of going to Japan this trip, and I've talked a little bit about it. But I'm not going to be in Japan for the entire trip. Let's make that clear. This trip is first and foremost I guess a family trip. More on that when I come back, but it is mostly a family trip. So where family wants to go, that's basically what the itinerary is. And I kind of wish I could have all 2 weeks in Japan, but can't have all 2 weeks in Japan. So, yep, it is what it is. Sometimes you have to do a little give and take with itinerary. One of these days, I want to go do a solo trip again. It's been a while since I've done a solo trip. And when I know I'm planning a 3-month travel at some point, and that will most likely be a solo trip, because who the heck is gonna be able to like be with me, travel with me for 3 months? It's kind of difficult. It's kind of difficult, and I understand that. I don't know, some people like traveling alone, some people like prefer traveling with other people. I can do both, to be honest. I can do both. I am flexible. And both do have a upside and downside, I suppose. Like the upside for me, if I'm traveling alone, is that I get to do whatever I want and go wherever I want. I don't have to worry about anyone else as far as their dislikes or what they can do physically, since I tend to hike a lot, I tend to walk a lot when I'm traveling, and depending on who I'm with, they might not be able to keep up. And that's my condition usually whenever people travel with me. You have to be able to keep up with me, otherwise I'm not taking you. Or if you still decide to do that, yeah, I guess we'll have to build some days in to condition your legs and feet, because you will be walking a lot, whether or not we hike. Whether or not we hike, you will be walking a lot. I mean, I did have our previous guest, Hero. He's I think that was like the one time he's actually walked so much. And anyone who goes to Japan the first time from the US will find out just how much walking there actually is involved, because we're not used to it. Most of the time we're just indoors, because unless you live in a metropolitan city specifically, there's not a whole lot of stuff to do, and most people would rather just be inside anyway and do stuff inside. If you live in Southeast Asia in general, I feel like most people would stay inside anyway, because holy crap, it is hot. It is hot. And there's probably not too many interesting things happening outside unless the neighbor is, you know, creating a ruckus and whatnot, or you have to yell at someone because the chicken next door is being a little bit too loud. I don't think that's ever actually happened to me. Like, chickens in the countryside, that's normal in the Philippines. Chickens in the city, not as normal, but I don't think it's, well, I guess in the suburbs. And I say suburbs loosely, because the suburbs in the Philippines is not quite the same as the suburbs in the US. I guess it depends on where they are. At least from my experience, from where I've been, it's I guess I don't know. Maybe I've just been to mostly places in disrepair in the Philippines, so my view of what neighborhoods look like is a little bit different. Also, I guess what I remember from many years ago, since I actually lived there, is a lot different than what it is now. It used to be more rustic, it used to be a lot more rural, it used to be a lot more in disrepair. It might be in a little bit more repair these days, but I don't know how much more. It feels like it's roughly the same, but also at the same time not really. So it's a little bit difficult to what do you call this? A little bit difficult to say anything about that, because I have no clue. Absolutely have no clue. I'm a little scared of going back to the Philippines alone, to be honest, just because it's a rough place. It's a rough place. Southeast Asia is a rough place to travel around alone. People have done it, but I would prefer not to if I absolutely could. Japan, travel alone, fine. I feel like you can also do the same in Korea and Taiwan, fine. Anywhere else in Southeast Asia, bring a friend so they can watch your back because you'll probably need it. And that's just for safety reasons, nothing else. Nothing else. Like you kind of have to have your wits around in some places over there. The Philippines especially. A little bit of bias, but Philippines especially, you need to have some wits about you. Meanwhile, Japan, you can be the most brain dead person in the middle of the night and you will be absolutely fine. Well, maybe not absolutely fine. 99.9% of the time, you will be fine. It's just that safe over there, and I wish the rest of the world was the same way. Sadly, the rest of the world does not function the same way as Japan, so it is what it is. It be what it be, and it's a bit of a shame too. So, oh well. Oh well. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? I just wish the world in general was a little bit safer to walk around without being, I don't know, without being too like what's the word? Without being scared for your life and just everything. Or maybe I've just been reading way too much manga recently that has that sort of situation, so it's like I'm a little bit out of touch with what the actual world is like. But in general, there are places you have to be a little bit more careful about compared to others. I guess the thing is, don't look like you're not from there, and people will tend to leave you alone. I guess that helps. Though there are certain people who will get targeted more often than others, so can't really help that. Whether it be race or nationality, definitely some people will receive preferential treatment one way or another. Either in a good way or a bad way. And I just tossed out two white dragons. Well, what the heck? What the heck? Maybe I should have tried to keep it. But then again, we're also in the last round, so maybe I don't have to worry too much. Okay. I think we're in a good spot here as far as this hand is concerned. Yeah. I think the nice thing about just traveling in the best thing that I like about traveling in Japan is I can travel alone. I can also travel without worrying about safety in general. If I have to worry about safety, it's usually because of typhoons and whatnot, which I've gotten caught in a typhoon a couple of times, one worse than the other one. Can't really do much about that though. But as far as personal safety, I mean, yeah, I've run into a couple of Yakuza before, but the Yakuza never did anything to me, and I just stayed clear of them. They also didn't do anything to anyone that I know about. So yeah, I guess the worst thing in Japan is that if you go to, like, say, Kabukicho. Ooh, someone is actually at 0 even. I haven't seen that before. We're pulling out. Oh, 6 points until our rank up. Okay, maybe we can squeeze that in. Maybe we can make that. We just need at least a second place on the in the next round. Okay. The power levels on that particular match wasn't too weird. It wasn't like too high. I've been in a few matches recently where people will be getting hands in like 3 or 5 rounds, and I'm kind of like, how is your luck so ridiculously high? But yeah, yeah, I'm just looking forward to a couple of weeks of seeing new places, visiting some places I've been to before, relaxing in general, and not having to think about pretty much anything, except maybe the channel. I kind of wish I could work on some stuff on the channel while I'm gone, but at the same time, I know that's not healthy when I'm just trying to you know, take my mind off things. Which makes me wonder though. Before this whole streaming thing, before the whole pandemic started, I may have talked about this before, but I've wanted to become a vlogger. Though my vlogging style is, it's probably would be pretty similar to what you've seen so far in the few clips that I have on the channel as far as hiking and stuff like that. I wouldn't be in the camera per se. It's like cameraman POV all the time. And I guess I did try to record some voices here and there, and I think I tried to record myself on camera before, but I'm not spontaneous like that. I say that now that I'm streaming, and this is more or less a spontaneous stream of thought kind of talking compared to when you do vlogs and stuff. But I don't know, maybe it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different, I feel like if you're vlogging out there in the world and you have a camera in front of you and people around you, it's obviously you're kind of like doing some sort of thing for YouTube, because I don't think people vlog for personal reasons these days, but they probably still do. It's just most of the time people assume you're doing it for YouTube, and yeah, there's also that. I don't know. It feels awkward doing that. I guess that's the thing, and I would rather just like capture footage and edit it later. So, and it just seems a lot easier to do that. Anyway. I had some other thoughts, but I took a nap earlier to get some rest before the stream, and also get some motivation to work on videos after the stream. I don't think I'll be able to get too far though, because usually when we do these Mahjong streams, it's like I think I end roughly around 11 p.m. and then I get ready for work the next day, and by the time I'm ready to do anything, are you serious? This guy is going to knock me back down if this keeps up. Seriously, why was that a tile you were waiting for, my dude? I don't know if I should get mad at this guy for getting an ipatsu off me, but I'm like, how do we do this? How do we do this? And my hand is utter crap right now. There's gonna take a lot of work to make this hand workable. Anyway, off the mahjong for now. But yeah, vlogging is something I wanted to do because I think I would just watch way too much Japanese vloggers back in the day. I don't watch them as much these days, but I do like seeing the people I used to watch. And some of the people I used to watch don't vlog at all, or seem to do any kind of content creation these days. I'm not that some of them were not successful, but I feel like maybe they lost interest, maybe they want to do other things. I don't know. Content creation is one of those things where it's like either you have a lot of things you want to do and you make videos out of everything, or you eventually run out of ideas, you run out of motivation to do things, and then you just kind of stop altogether. I'm not sure where I'm gonna be in the next couple of years or few years doing this, to be honest. I do think about it every once in a while, and I don't know if it's a sobering thing or not, but I try to keep things realistic at least. Of why I'm doing this, what I want to do. And right now, I'm just kind of vibing. It's a brain dead reason for me to do this, but it's really the only reason why I'm doing this. I'm just vibing right now. And as long as I find some things interesting to make videos and such out of, I'll keep doing it. I still want to try vlogging, like for real though. It's just vlogging, like I said, it's kind of tough to do, and there's like so many different styles of vlogging these days. A lot of people like to put themselves on camera. I don't like to do that personally, because I feel like it's more about the adventure rather than me. That's how I feel about some vlogs sometimes. It's a little bit too much on the person and not enough about what is happening around the person. I don't know if that makes any sense. Sometimes I don't make sense even to myself. Sometimes I don't make sense to myself. But what do? You're giving me a reason to call tiles. I think we took like one step forward, and we're probably gonna take 3 steps back in this match, because for some reason we are running into a lot of hands that I shouldn't be running into, but I don't know how to defend against them. There is no... I guess if I look at the replay, I probably would see a pattern, but I don't know. I just don't know. I was the bully in the previous match. I'm getting bullied this match, but I am bullying myself. So it's like, it's a very Aru thing apparently. And this is why Aru is my spirit animal as far as this game is concerned. If Kaiji was in this game, I would also probably be using Kaiji. But Kaiji is not here. We did get Akagi and Washizu. And Washizu probably has more relatable emotes, but holy crap, he ugly AF. He is ugly AF, and at least Aru is a bit cuter. A lot cuter. And a lot more relatable. Maybe not relatable, but her emotes, definitely. I like him. I like him.
運命に影響のないものは必要ありません。
I need to actually make a vlog video at some point. I've been promising vlogs for the longest time, and I just never actually gotten around to it. I have a lot of raw footage, but I don't know how to put the raw footage together. I think that's the toughest part when you're making a vlog, because I think when most people go out to do documentaries or vlogging, they have an idea in mind, but whenever I do my videos, I don't have a particular idea in mind. I just basically shoot what I like to shoot, and I guess the story there would be, this is what I did, this is what I experienced. And unlike some vlogs, it's like, we're gonna check this place out today and see how it is. Oh, yeah, this is pretty neat, or it wasn't what I expected, kind of thing. And that's one vlog. That would be one vlog, but not necessarily how I would do it personally. I'm afraid to toss towels out now. Even though they might look fairly safe, I am afraid to toss towels out. It's like, what do you want me to do? I am scared. There's a lot of content on YouTube. There's a lot of different ways you can do videos. And I wish I knew how to vlog. Crap. This guy's gonna kill me. I wanna please. Please spare me. My points are hurting. I am hurting a lot right now. Oh, this guy's a scouter? What? Oh, now I'm kind of pissed, actually. This guy is a scouter. What are you, some kind of shonen protagonist? No, we can't have that. We can't have that, Mr. Expert 1. We cannot have that. I at least need to get into 3rd place so I don't hurt so much at the end of this match. But I don't know if we'll get there. It's gonna be a little rough. My hands are not... I don't have a very good hands here. There's a lot of work to be done. Yeah, there's quite a bit of work to be done here. And Ichihime to the right of me is not helping with these calls. Isn't really helping that much. We'll see though. We'll see. Really? Could have used this. I think my biggest worry right now is just being able to make it to the flight. Early flights. If I was in a place where I didn't have to worry about making an early flight, I think I'll be okay. But having an early flight, don't you dare run, okay. Having an early flight is like, what do I do the night before? Do I sleep or do I not sleep? And I'll probably will not sleep. I'll probably like take a big nap tomorrow. I'll take a big nap tomorrow right after work, because I still have work, and do the chores I need to do, like laundry and stuff. Apparently I still have to do laundry right before I leave. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. And then take a nap, and then when I wake up, work on the videos I still need to work on, and hopefully that'll be it. That'll be the thing that keeps me up all night. I am very worried about some tiles here. They need to start attacking each other. And I'm very wary of the 3 soul right now. Originally, this stream was going to be like a ranking stream. But I decided, like, let's do it at the usual Mahjong stream. And now it's looking like it might be actually an actual ranking stream like I originally planned. It's just funny how it works out that way. I may just have to play it safe until the very end here. Haven't seen a 3 pop out, and I am very cautious about discarding that. I do want to move a little bit closer to victory each time, but it's gonna be a little bit tough to get there. Okay. Let's think a little bit. What are people waiting on? What do they not want? I'm seeing a lot of mons getting discarded, but I'm not seeing a whole lot of bamboos getting... Right. That was gonna happen. Either I get hit a little bit like that, or I get hit a lot. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna get 4th place here. And I don't know if I can recover for this. Oh, wow. Finally got a decent hand to start off with. I don't know if I can... I don't know if I can recover with this. Kind of called that north tile a little bit too early. But... it's like a futile struggle at this point. And also, this looks like the guy got the north tile. If I didn't call, the Ichihime would have discarded the other one, and I still would have had to call it. So already not in a good position. If I can get several Dora in my hand, I think will be good. Probably not good enough to get into 3rd place unless I hit either left or right side of me. But I think I need like multiple Doras to get there. Multiple Doras. Oh, West Dora. Hey, Lacats, welcome. How's it going? I'm ranking right now. I don't think we have enough people in chat, but let me see if I can find some. Let me see if the other Mahjong group I'm with is available. I don't think they know I'm streaming because I haven't told them. I haven't told them. How's it going, by the way? I think I'm gonna hurt a lot here. I did get 1st place. I did get 1st place in the previous match, so that's. I feel good about that. Just this one, the guy in front of me and the person to the left of me have hit me unexpectedly hard, and I do not know what to do about it because their weights were not something I could have read. Like, you know how people discard a lot of mons, but they still need 1 mon to complete it? Yeah, it's kind of like that situation. So I'm still in 4th place. How much is this gonna set me back?
こいつらへの鼻向けは何ですか?
What was my...
次は頑張れよってのはどうだ?
Yeah, I'm in 4th place. I think I am net plus 10 in the stream today, though I did do pretty well before that. I did decently well before that. Okay, let me see if anyone's available in the... Well, I ranked down a while back. I'm trying to get back to Adept 2, but I ranked down maybe a few months ago. A few months ago I did rank down, so let me see if I can get anyone. Well, no, I'm gonna try again for ranked. I'm gonna see if I can rank up on this stream. So until more people drop in naturally, we're just gonna keep chatting and ranking. I'm gonna need at least a first place to have a chance at that, but we'll see. We'll see. That last match was kind of rough. My hands were not good, and the people were kind of tricky, kind of cracked, tricky. But yeah, how's it going, by the way? How's it going? I'm just like trying to think of things to talk about as usual when it comes to these streams. But I think I've got everything packed, and maybe I'm ready to go. I think there's a few things I still have to wait on, just because I'm still using them, like the plugs and stuff like that, the electric plugs. So waiting on. I'm not gonna be able to pack those until tomorrow, and then tomorrow, on top of the personal chores I have to do, I will also need to try to finish at least one video before I leave. So plenty of stuff already to try to do. Yep. There is one thing that has been not really bothering me, but I'm really curious about recently. So the channel, I am surprised, has not, I mean, it's grown pretty well for these past couple of weeks, and I don't feel like I've done anything that different. And I'm kind of like, where are you people coming from? Where are you people coming from? I tried to look into it, and I'm thankful for the people that are subscribing. And I feel like most of the people that are subscribing because of the Japanese videos, the Japanese language videos that I've posted up, whether it be the reviews, the Wagutabi reviews, or I guess more commonly, what's the other one called? Wagutabi review, the Sashingo review, the Wani Kani review. From those, and I'm kind of like, guys, I hope you know what you're subscribing to. I'm mainly a streamer. I just really like talking about Japan a lot. I hope you're okay with that. And I know there's a lot of other channels with mixed content like mine, but it's kind of like, are you sure you want to subscribe here? I'm grateful, but are you sure about that? Because my content is not consistent. Usually if you click on a video and you subscribe because of that video, you want to see more of that stuff on the channel, right? You don't want to see it deviate too much. And if you start seeing stuff like, wait, I thought I subscribed to a Japanese learning channel, why am I getting streaming stuff? Gaming streaming stuff even, why am I getting this stuff? I hope they know what they got themselves into. That's my worry for each sub that comes in. Each new sub that comes in. That is my worry. And I get it. People will subscribe for a lot of different reasons. But I just hope they know what they're getting themselves into. Yeah. I don't know what to tell you guys. This is a weird place. Ah, crap. I have 2 green dragons, but all the green dragons are already out. Should I keep it as a pair, or should I keep it in case I have to, like, play defensively? Because I feel like I should keep it at least to play defensively, but I can also use it as a pair. Could possibly use it as a pair. Are you serious? Who actually waits for an end tile? See, this is what I'm talking about. These are the kinds of hands I run into, and I don't exactly know how to defend against them. I don't think I'm getting baited into discarding the tile. They just seem to be they seem to happen to be waiting for those tiles, and I don't know how to read it. I guess the thing I should do is, like, if someone's in Richi and I don't need to win, just keep discarding the safe tiles, right? But at the same time, I see no reason why not to discard those particular tiles, because who would be waiting for them? Most people don't. It's a good way to have. I mean, true, because people don't expect it, but you're not usually in a position to do that. At least I'm not usually in a position to be able to wait on a end tile, just because the tiles don't end up that way. They just don't end up that way for the most part. I do find it that the middle tiles are a lot harder to get for a lot of different reasons, because people either already have triplets of them or are using them in sequences like this one over here. So sometimes it's a little hard to get those, and I guess end tiles are easier to get. But also, I feel like end tiles tend to be like one of the first ones to go out anyway. It's like it's mostly the honor tiles first that are discarded, and then the end tiles, unless you're using them for your hand. And now I'm a little bit wary of the Ichihime next to me. I mean, in general, you should be wary of all Ichihimes, because you never know what they're thinking. But even more so this one in particular. I just need to not lose. Remember our mantra for Mahjong on this channel. I say a mantra, but I haven't really mentioned it in a very long time. Oh, double run! How does it feel? How does it feel, Shiroko? This reminds me though, I won't be able to watch the next episode of Blue Archive on the trip. I think I might be able to if I can find a way to watch it, but more than likely I won't be able to watch the next 2 episodes until I get back. And I saw the previews for the next one, and I still want to see it though. I still want to see it when it goes live. I probably won't. I still haven't been able to get further in the Blue Archive story. Just haven't had enough time. Also, I've been reading way too much of How to Fight. I think I mentioned it a little bit the past couple of weeks. There's a webtoon called How to Fight that got adapted into an anime recently. I don't think I'm going to continue with the anime, because I think the animation dropped a little bit since the first episode. It wasn't great to begin with, but after reading the webtoon, I'd rather just finish the webtoon. I think the webtoon is done. You can watch it on TV when you go to Japan, but yeah, but the thing about Japan though is that I don't think I'll be able to watch it on the day it releases because it's on a Sunday one, and I don't think I'll be... No, I will be in Japan on a Sunday. But it also... anime in Japan airs at a very weird time. If you're not, let's say, a kids anime or Sentai, something like that, which play in the morning, most anime in Japan tend to play like past midnight. If I'm not mistaken, they tend to play really, really late in the day. So it's not easy to catch. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes over there. So I don't think I've ever actually been able to watch anime in Japan, period. Crap, I should have kept that 4. And we would be in a good spot now. But yeah, I've never been able to watch anime in Japan. The few times I've turned on the TV, there's nothing good that is on. Hardly anything is ever good on Japanese TV. Are you serious, Shiroko? Are you doing this to me right now? The only thing I've ever seen good on Japanese TV, I think, would be the one time I caught a sumo program. They were actually broadcasting a sumo tournament, and I don't remember if it was just like a regular tournament or it was like a championship or whatnot. But they were broadcasting a sumo tournament, and that was actually pretty interesting to watch. Because I've never seen anything like it before, but it's also kind of intense for the short amount of time that they're actually out there. Otherwise, most of the time that I've opened the TV, it's like a variety show of some sort, some kind of food show. There's a lot of food shows in Japan, and what else is there? I had to stay indoors for a day last time I visited because I was sick, and I think I tried to watch Japanese TV or at least try to get some sleep that day. And there isn't usually anything good on. I guess there's also in the morning. You know how there's soap operas in the U.S. or soap operas in the US and I guess in some other places. There are some daytime dramas. Like I don't know. A lot of them seem to be like traditional themed shows, I guess. And I can't make sense of them because I couldn't understand what they were saying. But it's like usually some person from some family trying to do something, like try to go to school but couldn't because family doesn't want them to for whatever reason, either to like continue the business or whatnot, that kind of thing. But I haven't seen any anime, not even Precure. I haven't seen Precure. I haven't seen any Sentai show up on Japanese TV. And I chalk that up to bad luck. So, the most interesting thing I've seen on Japanese TV, though, has got to be the Rugby World Cup when I was there, and when the Rugby World Cup was being hosted in Japan. That was the most interesting thing I've seen, just trying to make sense of what the players were doing. Because I've never seen rugby before. Rugby is a very weird sport. I'm not sure if you've ever seen rugby before. If you've seen American football and seen rugby, you would think they're the same sport, but they're not. I feel like American football came from rugby, but the rules are nowhere near the same. I swear if you run off that. I swear if they run off it, I'm gonna flip table here. Should we play it safe? Should we play it safe? I kind of want to toss this 4 though. I'm tossing the 4. 4 tossed. Okay, we good. What do we do with the rest of this?
No.
Oh! I guess I'm glad I didn't toss those. We're just kind of like passing around small amounts of points throughout the table here. No one has hit anyone hard enough to make them regret their decisions. But I feel like it's gonna happen at some point, and when it does, it's gonna hurt a lot. Let's just hope we're the ones doing that instead of them. This is these kind of tables where I'm like, anything can happen. Anything can happen, and that is scary. I should try doing the 3-player rank at some point, because it seems chaotic. It seems extremely chaotic, but this is, I guess I like traditional play a little bit more, or at least this is where I feel most comfortable. Are you serious? Take the pawn. It is the 3 players pretty fun. I also wish the special crap. Shiroko, you scare me. You don't have room for a Daisangen, but you scare me. Big points, fast games. Yeah, that does sound pretty fun, not gonna lie.
No.
Now, if people can just win more than 1 or 2 Yaku, that would be great. But don't win before I get past third place, please. Thank you. I can't even afford 3rd place right now because I took a huge hit in the last game. But please, do not hurt me. Do not hurt me. I do wish the new, what do you call it? The new modes that come up every so often also are like in rank, because I feel like that would be fun, but I get it. They're not like traditional rules, so you don't want them to be in rank, or at least it shouldn't affect your rank. Like the Dorararara, where you get more Dora than usual, and the Blue Archive rules. I like that one a lot, actually, because it's like, do I want to Richi? I mean, you always ask that anyway. Do you really want to Richi, or should you Richi? But in Blue Archive, it's like, yes, you do, because it gives you a chance for a Patsu. But that chance for a Patsu could end up hurting you if you don't get the Patsu. I wish I can call pawns, but I cannot. What the heck do we do with this? What am I supposed to do with this hand? I'm like 1, 2, 3 or 4 tiles away from a win, and I don't think it's gonna come up in the short amount of time here. Maybe I should start calling tiles. Oh, wait, here we go. 40-10. Intimidation time, 40-10 time. Intimidate in 40-10. This is the best play ever, especially when you have a three weights on your hand. Are you gonna particularly get the sumo? Probably not, but it's good for intimidation, I guess. Soul Punch event really makes you want to reach it because they are giving advantage to roll 5 times and reach it 6 times, actually 6 times. Even better. Come on, give me one of the tiles to sumo on. Otherwise, I'm just saying. Otherwise, it's just a huge bluff. Okay, I'm down to the 4s. I don't think I'm gonna get the 4s. Who has 4s? I hope no one has 4s. Give me a 4. That's a 2. Did the intimidation work? Not really. Not really. Everyone was in Tenpai. Everyone was kung fu fighting and everyone was in Tenpai. And intimidation did not work at all. If I was not in 4v10, I would have won that a little bit earlier, actually. One of these days I should try doing a Mahjong shoutcast, because that just seems like something you can actually do. How do people do a shoutcast for Mahjong, actually? I guess some spectator mode, right? Spectator mode. And that's bad, because we're in the South round. Oh, a wish of mine that I don't think I'll be able to do this on this trip. One wish of mine is to be able to go to a mahjong parlor in Japan and play mahjong over there. Now, I know there's a lot of local mahjong spots that regular people can't go to, or at least probably shouldn't go to if Yakuza is anything to go by. Probably not anything to go by, but if anything to go by. But I did hear from one of my other acquaintances that there are mahjong parlors that are for more casual people. I forgot where that is though. I know there's one in Tokyo that I think I saw them talk about. Gonna have to ask them again the next chance I'm able to just be in Tokyo for an extended period, but at the same time, I don't want to be in Tokyo for that long anyway. So is it gonna happen? Probably not. Probably not. But I do want to play Mahjong in Japan at some point, just because. Though I say that, and I've actually played Mahjong in Japan in the arcade. So they do have arcade games with Mahjong, and the Mahjong I think has some sort of network thing. So you can there's like a network connectivity with that. And I lost very handily when that happened. The people on that one arcade game, because I assume people play on the arcade at least back then quite a bit, and yeah, I don't know what hit me. Basically I lost pretty badly. Lost pretty badly. I wasn't sure what I was expecting, but could not get a hit in, and I think it was a regular Hanchan too, so yeah, they're a different breed over there. I haven't been to the arcades in Japan recently though, since the pandemic. I feel like the arcade scene in Japan is a little bit different these days compared to before. Not as... Oh, there's a decently sizable hand. Third place. I'll take the third place, but it still kind of stings a little bit. It's getting a little rough. It's getting a little rough. At least we didn't get to fourth, but third is still not at least second. Let me try again. I feel like we just have to have some of these times where I'm just like struggling to rank up. Not worse, true. Not worse. Oh no. We have a room full of no title Ichihimes and this one. But we start off with a decent hand, so maybe that balances things out. I don't know. We gotta hit hard and fast though. Moshi Moshi. We gotta break their streak. Gotta break the flow. Or are we helping their flow? That's the thing with calling tiles. Are you breaking the flow or are you helping the flow? Because you gotta keep in mind, the Mahjong table will bless one person randomly at any given time. And it might not be you, regardless of what you do. That's just the rules of Mahjong. The table will pick a winner, regardless of anything else that's happening. You can try your best, and you can try to protect yourself as much as possible, but the table will ultimately pick the winner. And you are basically just fighting fate at this point, to be honest. What a superstition! It's a superstition that I feel like is partly true. It is partly true, especially in East only rounds. And there goes my weight. Okay, so my weight disappeared. But now at least I have two weights. There we go. The weight change helped. It's all simples, but that's all I really need. Because the person next to me was getting a little bit dangerous and we gotta break that up. Okay. Now maybe we can do some serious damage. I don't know. Hopefully not to myself. I am playing Aru, so that does come with a 50% passive on backfiring. I have been trying to use Aru though in my team comps, and I don't know. I feel like she's good, but I feel like she's not good in boss fights? Question mark. At least some boss fights anyway. Also, I've been trying to challenge myself a little bit on the... What is it? There's the Grand Assault going on right now. I've been trying to challenge myself with Extreme, and I don't know what to do as far as setup for Extreme. I feel like I die way too quickly in the first half of it. So maybe you can help me here if you play Blue Archive. I know the Cats plays Blue Archive, but anyone else listening in, maybe you can help me figure out what I need to do. She's good for AoE, true, especially if the group is clustered. She's good for that AoE. And mostly what I've been doing recently is trying to get further in hard mode and normal mode, because whenever an event rolls around, it's really difficult to be able to do those. And I think I got as far So I don't think I've cleared normal 21 yet. That one has been kicking my butt pretty badly. Like, I'm not trying to get 3-star, but I'm just trying to clear through it, and I don't think I'm equipped enough. And I don't have enough activity reports to get everyone to at least 70. So there's also that. And we do have a double, what do you call this? We do have a double drop rate on hard, so I've been doing mostly hard sweeps. So that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Yeah, I grinded it quite a bit last week. But like I said, it's not 3-star or anything. I'm just like getting as far as possible just to be able to upgrade the cafe. And the cafe right now is, I think it's bringing in about 500 plus stamina per day. So that's good at least. And I should have kept that green, but maybe I don't need it. But I think it brings in about 500 stamina something each day, so that's kind of nice. But I think, did you say 24 was the farthest stage right now? There's a guide on YouTube, I guess, but I feel like, I mean, for hard mode, have used a couple of guides to try to clear it in one go. But I was also kind of like before mostly relying on auto battle. I've been relying on auto battle and skip battle, so that didn't help me much. I feel like if I do manual in hard mode, then I have a much higher chance of actually clearing it and actually getting an S rank. So, but it just takes so long. It takes so long because you end up spending at least 2 minutes or so in each fight, and if you have to go through 7 fights, that's at least 14 minutes on those fights alone, plus the amount of time it takes to move. I wouldn't say Blue Archive is grindy, but it does take a while to clear it. Then again, I guess Reverse 1999 is also the same way, especially if you go through events, so it is what it is. Especially if you're in the clearing stage, it takes a while. But if you are in the cruising stage, then you just kind of like spam skip and you clear everything. And either that gets your fix for the day, or you or you find another game to put into your phone to fill in the time, which I have 2 games now that I am playing. I'm playing both Blue Archive and Reverse 1999, which is I think more than enough for me. I was more than satisfied to just have Reverse 1999 in my phone, but I did go back to Blue Archive and realize just how much I actually enjoy it to a degree. I mean, it's less grindy than, say, Girls Frontline, which was another game that I liked quite a bit. But Girls Frontline, the dailies there is really, really grindy. And most of the time, you're just doing dailies until the next big event comes in, which doesn't happen very often. So that makes it a little bit difficult to continue. And I guess I was at the point in that game where it's like super high level, super well equipped, that nothing feels like a challenge. So when you get to that point, it's kind of like, yeah, I think I can quit the game for a little bit and then come back later. But it's easier to get into a game. Tell me if you feel the same way. It's easier to stick to a game if 1, you enjoy it, and 2, there is something to work on. If you have something to work on, it's easier to keep going. But if you have nothing to work on because you're too strong, for 1, too strong, or you keep running out of gems to roll for stuff, or don't have enough resources, then it's a little harder to be motivated to keep going. I don't know. That's how I feel. That's how I feel. But if you're too strong and everything's so easy, it's like there's no challenge for me. And when the challenge does come, it's like the devs made it so freaking difficult that you need a specific team comp to get through it, or a strategy that you didn't think of to basically get through it. Because there are people who are extremely cracked at trying to figure out all these skill combos and whatnot, and I am not one of them. I am not one of them, but a lot of people are. Regarding skill combos, by the way, especially in regards to Blue Archive, I really haven't really paid attention much to them until recently. At least I haven't paid much attention to that until I've been trying to progress in the main game mode, because I'm starting to realize how important the passives of the support team is. Because the main team doesn't usually have any support skills unless you count the auto skills that they have once in a while, which is mostly damage or sometimes healing. The healing auto skills are pretty good, but the back row either will make or break your team, because they increase your crit, they increase your attack, or they increase your HP. I think the meta typically is increase either crit or attack or both, and then maybe defense or HP. I don't know how important defense and HP are, to be honest, because the HPs of your girls get pretty high, like 20,000-30,000, and I don't know if an extra, let's say 10-15% from passives is going to be enough for certain things. Maybe defense is better, or maybe you just need a healer. Honestly, you just need a healer. And I don't think I have that many healers, so that's a problem. Please drop something I can pawn off of. I have 3 things I can pawn. Give me something I can pawn, so that I am ready to run. Thank you. Now, if someone would just drop me a tile, we can end this. We can end this and regret everything. Do not ever freaking con when someone is about to win. That is rookie mistake number 1. Con is tempting. Do not do that when someone's about to win. Because you're just making them even stronger, and that's not good for you. That is not good for you. It's like, oh, I can con. Yes, you can. But the only reason you should do that is to increase the point value of your own hand, and if when there's no obvious person that looks like they're about to win, that looks like they're about to win. So there's that too. Those are lessons I learned a very long time ago. And I wish I won that hand, but my Baimon, I think I had a Baimon, got trumped by a 1 Yaku hand just now, and I am extremely salty about that. I am extremely salty about that right now. Ah! Can we do that again? I guess we can. Just gotta get rid of a few tiles here, but we can probably at least get a winning hand. Is it gonna be a Baimon? It will not be. What is it again? Mangan, Haneman, Baimon, Sai Baimon. What's after Saibaimon? That's Yakuman, right? No. Mangan is 5. Hanuman is 6. And then Baimon is 7. Saibaimon is 8. What's 9, 10, 11? Kazoe Yakuman is when you get, I think, 13 or 14 Yaku. But I keep forgetting what it is. Past that. After Sanbaima is just a Yakuman. Don't you need at least? Wait, how many Yaku is a Baimon? How many Yaku is a Baimon? Or Sanbaimon? That's 10, right? Wait, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8? I'm gonna have to double check the score calculation again. Because I keep forgetting. I know Mangan. I know Mangan, but I keep forgetting after that. Oh, crap. But yeah, Blue Archive. Just trying to get a proper team going. And Ichihime, please, do not hit me with just that. Do not just hit me with a small hand. That is insulting. I don't know what's worse though. Either Ichihime with that only deals in small hands, or an Ichihime that deals with very large hands. Baimon is 8 to 10, while Saibaimon is 11 to 12. Oh, is it? I didn't realize it was a range. I always assumed it was like for some reason I always assumed it was like a specific amount, but I didn't think it was like a range. So is Hanuman 6 to 7? Hanuman would be 6 to 7 because Mangan is 5. I guess it makes sense, but I thought, wow, that's a lot of years that I thought something wrong then. It happens. It happens. Oh, what do we do here? Get rid of that. This is a very difficult hand to try to figure out what to do with. Because I can't call any tiles. I have to wait for it to come to me. And that is not what you want sometimes. May as well collect all the doors, huh? South 2 in an East game. Because no one can seem to get a high enough hand, or at least they're not trying to get a high enough hand. Now, if I can just get another set here, that would be great. That would be great. Skip that.
Don't.
Are you serious? You see the Tanyao that keeps on coming up? I'm second place. But at what cost? At least it's not third place, and we recovered a little bit. So Mahjong games are either hit hard or death by 1,000 cuts. Either way. Either way. Sorry guys, we couldn't get a room going. But right now, I'm kind of like just trying to rank up. I'm probably gonna have to like change the title later. Original title was like ranking up before the trip, and now I guess everyone's busy. The people that we got before are busy. Well, not everyone has time for Mahjong. Understandable. Understandable. Eh. This this hand's not great, is it? what can we do here? We can try to wait out some of the honor tiles here. Are we gonna get there? Maybe if Mutsuki will let us. I don't know if she'll let us. Oh, that reminds me. I have to go through all my Momo talks. I think my Momo talk unread is at 47 right now, and it feels bad. But they take so long to go through if you actually read them. What I used to do was just like skip all, but I'm actually like more interested in the game now and actually wanting to see some of these stories. And so I'm actually trying to find time to just sit down and read them. So the Momo talk count has gone up quite a bit. And when you think you're done with one set of Momo talk, more Momo talk shows up. So it's kind of like, this is never going to end. I think I got it down as low as 37, and because I keep on increasing affections of several of the students, the Momo talk is going up. I'm not ghosting them. It's not ghosting them. I just haven't had a chance to read them. That's all. There's so much Momo talk. Okay, there's so much Momo talk. It's hard to find time to read them. I think I skipped Summer Hoshino's Momo talks, so I need to go back and actually read it, because after reading the first volume, which was the Abydos chapter, right? After reading the first volume, I tried going back in some of the Abydos students' Momo talk stuff to see if there's anything hinting that it's before, during, or after the events of Volume 1. And so far, I haven't really felt that. It seems like it's mostly episodic. I'm going back to read Summer Hoshino's Momo talk, okay? Or at least events, because I don't think you can go back and read the Momo talk, right? Oh no, I think you can read back the Momo talk, but I feel like I wish they put the Momo talk in the scenes together in the directory. But I need to go back and reread those. But after the what do you call this? After the Volume 1, I wanted to get a sense for. I should have kept that 8. I need to do that. Rinshan Kaiho. No Rinshan Kaiho. Okay. I did get a Rinshan Kaiho yesterday. That was great. I got a Rinshan Kaiho yesterday, and that was. I felt like sake for a moment, but that's like a really hard hand to get, right? Come on! I had it. Are you serious? I had several chances for a Rinshan there. I had several chances for a Rinshan there. Why is this happening? Why is this happening? Let me release the rin. Let me release my hand, please.
ロン
Oh, this feels bad. This feels bad. My day is ruined. My day is ruined. Excuse me. I had a really good hand going there. I think I also could have gotten a Dai Sangen too. If I kept the green dragons, I could have also gotten a Dai Sangen. Ah! Ah! A Dai Sangen would have been a very good hand to end the night on. I wish you can accurately see. No, my face is deadpan right now. It's mostly an internal frustration. It's an internal frustration right now. I don't know how else to say it. Don't be too salty. I mean, I get it. It happens a lot more than it should. But it's like when you look at it, when you look at the discards and what you have and what could have been, it's hard not to. I find it hard not to. I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but I find it hard not to. It's like I could have, would have, should have is never something you should beat yourself up on, regardless of the situation. But still, it was a possibility that didn't happen, and missed opportunities when you're a gamer is a very salty event. I feel salty a little bit. It's like I was ready. It was ready to burst. It was ready to burst. If only we can reverse time. If we can reverse time, I would be not using it on Mahjong. First of all, I would not reverse time on Mahjong. I would reverse it in some financial decisions. Be it the lottery or the stock market. That way you make a boatload of money. The reason why we do not have the ability to rewind time is because the universe does not want us to undo our mistakes. We have to be either really lucky or smart enough to take advantage of the opportunities that present itself. That is what the universe is trying to say. Whether or not you believe in a higher power, be it God or fate, that is what they're trying to tell us. And that is the reason why we will never be able to rewind time. If we do rewind time, holy crap, can you imagine? I feel like that'd be such a broken ability that only a few people would actually be able to have. And it's basically all out war. Do not run off that. I really shouldn't reach you. I really shouldn't. And there's the reason why we shouldn't reach it, because they would have just taken our points anyway. And I just had to be a dealer at that time. And lose a lot from the sumo. One fear as dealer, the sumo, from anyone else. That is the one fear. We'll skip that for now. I do have a chance here. Freaking A, let's just do it. I do have a chance here for a Tanyao, so I may as well try to recover with a Tanyao.
リーチです。
Really? I wish I had a another shocked emote here for Aru, but we only have big shock. We only have big shock. We do not have small shock. Okay, well.
ポン。
I am doubling down on the Tanyao because the Tanyao is the easiest thing to do right now. Oof.
ロン。
I had a feeling that was gonna happen. I don't know why, but I had a feeling that was gonna
リー
happen.
チ。ピンフ。タイヤオ。
It's like the weirdest weights. It's the weirdest weights. Do you see my luck here? Do you see my luck here? Was there any way to prevent that? I don't know. I feel like there was no way to prevent that one. Except just not to discard it, but how would I know not to discard it? Especially when someone reaches on their second turn. Mahjong is great for salt. I will be honest. Mahjong is great for salt just about as much as any esports game. At least with, I guess, Valorant or Apex. The salt is either in quote unquote bad teammates or getting like third partied or something like that. But the salt in Mahjong is RNG, and I feel like that's partly the reason why I think the salt in Mahjong is good, and also like how the heck do you fight fate? Maybe not fate in general, but how the heck do you fight RNG? There's no way. There's no way. You gotta be the person who is brave enough to break your hand to reach for something else, but at the same time, what do you do? How do you break your hand to reach for something else? I've seen some really amazing plays where someone changed their hand completely from what it used to be and just magically somehow come up with something else. I don't know how they come up with that decision, but I feel like a lot of it is luck, and you know, Mahjong is also a lot of luck, also a lot of skill. But how do you decide when to do that? I feel like there's something I'm just not seeing. That's right. Get down to 4th place, Mutsuki. Get down to 4th place. I will not be down there. You will be. I do not think I will be able to get up to 2nd, but at least I can try to reduce the damage. I can at least try to reduce the damage from being in 3rd. But I'm gonna need a better hand than this, and that's gonna be a little bit tough. I guess if I was doing a full hanchan, it'd be easier. It would be easier to fix my hands here, or at least my tiles. I don't know. It's been a while since it's been a while since I've done a hanchan, like a full hanchan. It just takes a while to go through. And East is quick. Quick-ish, anyway. Not as quick as 3-player. Easiest way to get it wrong is to copy what everyone else is throwing. I've done that before to mix effect. It's just sometimes when I have a hand that I feel like is gonna work out, I feel like I should try to stick with it. But a lot of times when I do that, the table is telling me something else. Like the table is telling me, no, I'm giving you these tiles. You should take these tiles. And I'm like, okay, I want to take them, but what do I get rid of? That's the conversation I have with the table every single time I play Mahjong. And I don't know what the table wants me to get rid of half the time. It's like, what table? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? You're not giving me anything I can work with, and these guys are calling everything. There's the reaching, yeah. Oi. There's nothing I can toss here. There are no safe tiles except for the tune, and I'm not gonna get rid of the tune anytime soon. If there are no safe tiles, what is the best tile to toss out? I don't think there is any. You just gotta pick, and you either have to pick to break your hand or push forward.
No.
Okay, at least I'm not in fourth place, so I'll take it. Ooh, stolen. Absolutely stolen right there. Okay, how bad is the damage? 16. I think that cancels out my win from last time. Okay, have not ranked up on this stream. I am basically did not rank up, but we got pretty close. I think I got first place in I think of the first game. And then it's been kind of downhill and not so downhill. But it's also like, predict what they throw the most of the pin, so maybe the pin side of tile is safe to throw because they're not waiting on that. It depends, right? It depends. And you would also have to know what the player's habits are, but especially in a random room where you don't know what the player's habits are, you have to take a guess. And part of my habits, I'll just reveal this right now, is to troll. I tend to troll a little bit sometimes in the Mahjong table, where I will intentionally throw tiles to make it seem like I don't want those sets of tiles, and bait people into tossing tiles that either they don't want or toss tiles that they think I don't want. I haven't been able to pull that off for a very long time, but I have been able to do it recently off stream to some effect. It also apparently depends on the time of day, because right now it is around 12 p.m. Japan time. So 12 p.m. Japan time. Taiwan is up. Korea is up. I don't know if China's on the same servers, but assuming they are, they're also up. So we have those pool of people, and they tend to be a mixed bag of just really, really casual or really, really good. And I don't know if bots are a thing in Mahjong Soul. I have a feeling there are, but I can't seem to prove it. I can't seem to prove that, because sometimes it feels like there are bots, but at the same time, I can't tell. But look at just look at how many Ichihime accounts there are. Now, granted, not everyone is going to be rolling for skins or whatnot, and I've used Ichihime to troll in rank before, so that's not unusual. It's just around this time you get a lot of kanji in names, and they're like a mixed bag of skill and luck, and it's very, very hard to figure out how they're going to play, because a lot of times when you get a bunch of Ichihimes in a room, they will play like the typical Ichihime, going for small hands. But if it's not that, then they will surprise you and hit you hard every single time. And those are the ones you have to be aware of, but you don't know which ones of those to be aware of. Mahjong is interesting like that in Mahjong Soul. But yeah, I don't know. I guess if it wasn't for streaming, I wouldn't be playing this as much. But I have a different appreciation now because I am streaming this more often and playing a little bit more often off stream compared to before. So there is that. I wish I could talk more about the trip that I'm planning, but I'm saving those stories and plans for after I come back. I didn't really have any topics to bring on stream for today. This was basically like just talk about whatever, and mostly what I can come up with is like preparation and packing and stuff like that. And also, I guess a little bit of future plans that I'm kind of thinking of, but we'll see. I do feel like I won't be able to take my 3-month trip to Japan. Imagine doing a 3-year trip in Japan. You can't actually do that. If you want to stay in Japan for 3 years straight, you would have to get a job or something, and I don't know if that's actually possible. I feel like if you want to do that, you do a language school, which I think you can do up to 2 years of language school. But if you do 2 years of language school, you actually have to go to school. You actually have to study. And you're not going to be able to travel as much as you want to. So that's not really an option for me. If I were able to do 3 years of Japan and not be working there or do language schools or whatnot, I would be traveling everywhere, to be honest. I'm also traveling everywhere in just like a 3-month trip, but at least in that 3-year span, you can probably stay in one place for maybe a couple weeks or so. But at the same time, you may as well be living there if you're there for 3 years, right? Assuming money is not an issue. You may as well just be living there. And depending on your language skills, it could be really lonely, to be honest. Like, who would you talk to? You wouldn't be in any one place for very long, so are you gonna be able to make friends along the way? Probably could, but it'd be kind of tough. It'd be kind of tough unless you just run into random people. So, I'll be honest, I don't have my real life friends are not in the place I live currently. They are elsewhere in the previous place I live, and I haven't talked to them for a very long time. But if I were to talk to them, I think it would be like as if it'd be like a lot of catching up to do, basically. And the people I interact with daily are the people at work, but I wouldn't consider them friends. They're definitely acquaintances. We might be friendly, but I wouldn't consider them friends because we don't have that kind of connection. But it's like, at least you're talking to someone. whether it be work related or just like small talk. What are you doing this weekend? What have you done recently? Kind of stuff, right? But if you're in a place where you can't really speak the language well, then it's a little bit harder to talk to people. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm just like thinking things randomly. It does get pretty lonely if you're just silent for a long time, true. I mean, you could also argue that most people's friends these days are online and they talk through Discord or wherever. And I've done that for a while, and it's okay. But the more I think about it, the more I think about it, and the more I experience life, so to say, I feel like you just need at least a little bit of real human interaction outside of the internet. I get it. Not everyone is comfortable with that. A lot of people are more withdrawn these days compared to before. But that real human interaction outside of the internet actually does a whole lot for you. Emotionally speaking, mental well-being speaking. In other words, touch grass. I think that's what people mean when they say touch grass. Actually go outside and interact with people. It doesn't matter if you're like the most introverted person ever. You still need that little bit of human interaction. Whether it be inside your own home or outside. Your human interaction may not even necessarily be human. You could have a pet and that will be your physical interaction. And I think that for most people that is what gets them through the day. Crap, I'm going into philosophy here and I'm not entirely sure where I'm going with this philosophical talk, but it's just like realizations that are hitting me. I don't know if it's because of my age or whatnot, but it's just these things I feel like you don't realize are important, and I feel like I should share those realizations that seem important because I am feeling it. I am feeling it. I don't know. I feel like sometimes the reason why I talk randomly on stream is just to try to figure out what have I realized today, what do I want to share that I probably should have realized 5-10 years ago, and basically serve as not necessarily as a warning, maybe serve as a reminder, maybe serve as a cautionary tale, I suppose, to value certain things in life or certain other things that you might take for granted now and you might not have later. I hope that's not too deep of a conversation, or maybe at least hopefully not too deep of a thought, but think about it. Think about it, and you might feel better about yourself in the future. I don't know. I should take some of my advice myself, but it's a little hard sometimes. Try as you might, it's a little hard to find people you can actually connect with in real life. To be honest, it really is. It also depends on your environment, right? Let's say you live in a town where it's mostly old people and you're like a young person. You might have trouble connecting with that old person, and sometimes the old people don't really want to talk to you. They just kind of want to live their lives. But if you do find someone to talk to, old, young, or whatever, and actually make a connection with them, I think that's gonna be very valuable. Very valuable. But you also have to be able to like go out, or at least find a reason to go out. Me personally, I have no reason to go out around this place. I absolutely do not like the place I live in, but I have to live here for my job. And I wish I could leave, but I cannot until maybe at least next year. I was planning to leave this year, but I think I'm gonna have to wait until next year. And then I can proceed with other plans. But yeah. The hardest part is finding someone to be able to talk to, because I get it, not everyone wants to talk to you and you don't have to be friends with everyone, but at the same time it'd be nice to find someone just to talk to. I'm going in circles. Anyway, annual report. Apparently we have an annual report in Mahjong. I do not know why we got this just now. Does anyone know why we got this just now? I posted my pictures on Twitter, but in case you don't follow me on Twitter and seen those pictures, screenshots, let's go over my annual report in Mahjong, just to see on stream what the heck, what this looks like. Every anniversary. Oh, when is anniversary? Is anniversary in a couple of weeks, or has anniversary already passed? Let's see, we got an anniversary bonus. Oh, I guess just today? Today. Yes, today. So I guess today's anniversary. They don't do a whole lot. I see. I mean, I know they don't want to give out these summon scrolls too often because that's how they make money, as well as the skins. But they should at least give out more lucky bags. Give us more lucky bags for bonds and stuff. That'd be great. But let's look at the annual report really quick. Do you wish to quit and check your annual report? Oh, I guess I have to open the browser. Oh, yep, there's a browser thing. Let me see. Can we show the browser without doxing myself? Oh, we have to move. We have to move it right here. Okay. I saw this already, but let's review it on stream just for everyone. 2024 annual party. Let's open it. I guess I should mute the game. Or quit the game. Let's quit the game. Alright. So apparently data until 4/16. So we don't have today's data. But annual report is here. I'm surprised they did this online instead of the game. And I didn't realize I joined Mahjong Seoul on Christmas Eve in 2019. That was a surprise for me. Yeah, apparently I joined a long time ago, but I didn't really play it that much until I want to say last year at least. I know, well, I've been playing it on and off throughout the years, but I haven't been playing as much until recently. But it's been a while. Also, Mahjong Seoul has been around for 5 years, at least. Almost 5. Yeah, about at least 5 years. Does that seem... it doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. I know it's not that new, at least compared to Ricci City, but it doesn't feel right. I didn't think it was that old. And then Grand Blue Fantasy is 10 years old. So there's that. This past year, 66 days. So I didn't play a whole lot last year, but I guess enough, a decent amount. I know there's a lot of other people that have played much more than me, but I guess I may play it on stream, so this kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense. Listen to 1,328 songs. I don't know what this means, to be honest, but I guess that's like minutes and songs. Played the most Operation Fortune. I don't know what this one is, to be honest. Operation Fortune. Played 3 matches in this mode. I actually don't know that one. I would have thought it would be Battle of Asura, but yeah, post your record on Twitter. I want to see it. Okay. Okay, so here is now the wall of shame. Counting coppers. I have a lot of copper, but copper seems to go pretty quickly. Only earned 55,000 coppers, which is enough for one purchase of something. One purchase of something. That's not a whole lot. They don't give you a whole lot of coppers, do they? Now that I think about it. Okay. Also, I have average of 6,000 points per hand. I mean, I guess that's... for some reason, I feel like this is kind of like what most people do. But it says higher than 21%. So I'm assuming more than 50% of people get higher than this, but I don't know by what margin. I wonder what the median winning points for most people are. And the 48,000 points, that was the Yakuman that I got recently. I think that was the Yakuman I got recently. Oh, it logs back into the game. That's a weird way to do it. They should have just put everything in the game. She has a very hard-working fan, I guess. I haven't advanced much, so hard-working might be accurate. By the way, the Mahjong Soul has posted a episode 1 on their episode 1 of an anime on their YouTube channel. And I guess it's gonna have a little bit more story than the previous Mahjong Soul anime. My biggest deal in was 36,000 points. Oh my gosh. I don't remember when this happened, but that I think I died outright when this happened. Though there was another person on Twitter that dealt in on a triple Yakuman. Triple Yakuman, 64,000 points. That must have been extremely painful. Extremely painful. And then the other day, oh, was it yesterday? It might have been yesterday. Someone did a double Yakuman in ranked yesterday. But it was a sumo. It wasn't a Ron. But still, I took a lot of damage just from that sumo. That was not fun. 4 is definitely an unlucky number. Apparently, I keep losing to the 4 pin. I don't know why. I don't know if this makes any difference. After calling a Ricci 74 times, couldn't win back the Ricci bet. I feel like that's most people. Okay. 886 times through Ricci Pawn. I called 886 times and mostly won a 6-mon. I guess 6-mon's my lucky number. I don't know. It's kind of weird how the statistics work. But I guess that's it. And I guess I got a decent amount of points from that, just from that 6-mon. Must mean something. I don't know. Must mean something. And I guess there's nothing here. I think this is just in general. Alright. That is it for the Mahjong report. So, yeah, I don't think I have anything else to add today. I do need to get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow is work day for me. And trying to stay up before the trip because I have an early flight on Sunday morning. So I can't sleep I feel like I'm not gonna be able to sleep too much tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna be like taking one gigantic nap and then working all night tomorrow on a video. Hopefully finish the video before the trip, and that's gonna keep me up. And yeah, I'll be gone for a couple of weeks. Hopefully I'll get a video done, as I said. And I'll try to post pictures on both Twitter and Instagram. Hopefully get some Instagram pictures, but mostly Twitter. And do not expect a stream like we did last time in Japan, because I'm gonna be with people this time and I don't want them to be on stream. I do not want them to be on stream, but if I do stream, it's gonna be for a very short amount of time. But I doubt it's gonna happen. It's just gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. So, yep, see you guys in a couple of weeks. And I will have some stories for you when I get back. Thank you all for coming. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening to my rambles. I will see you all next time. Take care, everyone. See you later. Bye-bye.